Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. I know it's been a little while. I've been really focused on getting a lot of videos out during these times, but this calls for a live stream. And this is the man of the hour right here. This is who well, we're going to see him talk in November, of course, but CPI data coming out today. We'll see where inflation is. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button here on your way in. We're going to talk about where the CPI ends up here. We're going to get the official word at 8:30 a.m., so we're about 20 minutes away. We're going to track some of the information we have out there, what we're expecting to see, and what we're already seeing as well. Okay, so the S&P 500 right now down 1%. Of course, this is pre-market. NASDAQ is down a little bit too, and we could see in the crypto market, which never shuts off, of course, we are down pretty significantly here overnight, and a lot of different assets on a big time sale. You can see Steppen, there was rumors with Steppen that they were laying off people. That might be aiding in this big sell off here for Steppen. Of course, this is, crypto that really burst on the scene, right? Kind of like a move to earn exercise game. But you could see here, some of the top dogs are down a lot. ApeCoin is down to $4.31. Atom, I think, is on a great sale right now at $10.96. The big one that I've been talking about here recently is Cardano. Recently, we were talking about ADA, and I put out a video yesterday, or actually today, technically at midnight, and Cardano has just been decimated. We talked about Peter Brandt and his theory about a week ago that Cardano could be heading down to 25 cents. And I just think this is a fantastic opportunity, right? You can look at it, and say, oh my goodness, the world's falling. I'm getting out of crypto, or reverse the script a little bit and say Cardano's still a top 10 crypto. I mean, when are we going to see these prices again? So we're continuing to tumble here with ADA and some of the top projects. We could see a 25-cent ADA. We could see that. And if we do, I'll be looking to load up. So a lot of people in the chat. Good morning, everybody. Fora, what's happening? Morning, Zach, and everyone. What's happening? Kamal, man, everybody's popping in here. Red Sox, what's going on? Crystal, what's going on? Dip and DCA, Ada, Sol, and Shib. I like that. There's just so many different directions you can go, Kalani. I mean, but yeah, Ada's at a great discount. I agree. Solana has also been decimated pretty hard, down to 28.83 right now. Yeah, that's a great opportunity. Shiba Inu is back into that 5.0 range. Oh, look at this. SHIB is to the 5.095 range. Yeah, sign me up here for Shiba Inu at these levels. No doubt about it. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody out there, all the way from Nigeria. What's up, Luca? How we doing, man? 260K just in 2 weeks. MRS, Agnes, Goodrich. Okay, that must be spam. Guys, don't spam the chat. Come on. Let's be real here. LUNC dropped already. Let's see where Luna Classic is. I did not take a look at LUNC. Let's see. Okay, we're still hanging out though at the 2664, 2653 now. This isn't terrible, to be honest with you. I mean, we were at the 28 yesterday when everything was still kind of cooking, at least trading sideways, right? Not really selling off. So this isn't terrible. This isn't terrible. Trading in these mid twos is not terrible right now for Luna Classic if it can hold the line here. And a lot of it's going to depend on the news we get here from CPI, right? Good morning, everybody out there. Let's go. Let's go. 8.5% for September. We're hearing some of those numbers, Joseph. We're just going to have to wait for the official word here, man. Good morning, Tori. How we doing? Everybody's hanging out, waiting to see what's going on. I hear you. Major crypto winter awaits us all. Yeah, Jeremy, that's the big question, right? Is the bottom in, right? So Bitcoin's bottom in the 52-week span, I believe, is like 17.7. Let's check that. According to CoinMarketCap's data, yeah, 52-week low is 17.7. So we're about $1,000 away from the 52-week low of Bitcoin right now. Many people are calling this kind of the last big fall, right? Maybe we retest these lows, and then from here we can kind of what's called capitulate and then move and maybe slowly move up. And really, it's probably more of trading sideways for a really long time until we get out of the crypto winter. But I still have the big question: will the crypto winter last the 4-year span that it has in the past, Jeremy? That's a big question, and I think a lot of people would say, well, history always repeats itself. I would say the cryptocurrency market sure does repeat itself, but it's very early, and we don't have a ton of history with crypto. And the market is very, very different today than it was in 2017, 2018, right? So we'll just have to wait and see. Good morning from California, long time. What's up, Luis? 34-cent ADA was nice for a nice. That's a nice pickup there. CPI data will be coming out at 7.5% to 7.8%. Okay. I like it, Harris. Let me know what you guys think down below if you have some guesses for CPI data. So let's see here what people are saying. Let's see the latest here. Yeah, we're going to get it in about 15 minutes. So let's see what we get. A lot of people are saying 8%. I'm hearing 7.8%, over 8%. So a lot of people talking about this, of course, this morning. Welcome into everybody too. Maybe getting some new people in here. Let's see what we've got here live. Let's see what we got. Live coverage. That's what we want. But the Wall Street Journal makes you pay for everything now, huh? That's brutal. You know what? We could probably see if one of the news stations are out here live. Just kind of pop in here. We got a bunch of people on live. That's cool. CPI release. Okay. We'll minimize that. Okay. We'll check into this. I actually went back into one of my throwback assets today, Mina. Yeah, Tori, you called that a long time ago for sure. Larry just got your power and internet back down in Cape Coral, Florida. Man, that's brutal, Larry. I know so many people down in that area that just got decimated, man. So glad to hear you got it back. That's it's been tough, right? Just crazy. So many of those little islands there just got hit so hard. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning from Australia, Portugal. Gala Games is another one, man. Gala Games got absolutely hammered too. We got to be down to the 3 cent range, right? Yeah, 3.5 cents. I love that for Gala. No doubt about it. Good morning, everyone here from SK Canada. Nice. Yeah, I think I even listed a few that I was really looking at this morning. There you go. SHIB, Ada, Gala, and Atom in particular are some of the ones I was looking at this morning for sure. Everything is down. Time to buy while you can. I just don't know which one to buy. Help me out. Guys, give me some advice. Nico, that's the thing, man. I mean, you could go in so many different directions. I think a lot of it depends on where your overall holdings are in different assets, where you want to beef up things. It just really depends on what your overall portfolio looks like, right? I agree. We're all going to be wealthy by 2030. Yeah. Got to keep the faith, man. I'm looking at so many different stock options as well. The S&P, and it's just so many good sales across the board. Looking for 28 to 30 cent ADA, RECA, CPI, please. We could definitely see it, Fora. We can definitely see it. Peter Brandt's calling for 25 cents or maybe even lower. Luis says good sales on HBAR, Casper, XDC, even XRP. How far did XRP drop here? Where is XRP? We're back down to 45 cents. That's a good option there. Yeah. Yep. Sol's on a discount. If LUNC dips a bit more, I'll buy another 1 mil. There you go. Your prediction for the CPI? I think right around 8%. Maybe actually I'm going to go high sevens. I'm going to say 7.8% is my guess. SHIB gained a 0 and added to my bags. LUNC added down. There you go. Harris 7.5%. Yeah, economy is wrecked, man. Are you going to gloss over the report or check out headlines? What do you mean, Kalani? We're going to look at the data when it comes in. Afternoon, Zach. I think the long winter is here. Global recession is near. Did you mean to rhyme there? More CPIs and more important now. V-Chain's holding pretty nicely. I do like V-Chain. Is it still in the 2 cent range? Let's see. We should be getting data in about 9 minutes, guys. So Yeah, we're still hanging on to 2 cents. If we dip down to 1 cent, though, VeChain there, that's a great option. Great option. Bloomberg, there we go. That's what we want. Give the people what they want. Pump to 19.5 on Bitcoin and then dump. It depends what the data comes out as. No doubt, Luis. This is the time that millionaires are made. There's no question about it. All right, let's listen in to see what these guys are talking about here ahead of inflation data.
This market again and say, let's buy sterling. The policy setting on either side, monetary, fiscal, is a little bit more durable now. I think we can buy the pound here.
Well, the first problem is, of course, that fiscal and monetary policy appear to be moving in completely opposite directions in the context of that fiscal event. So I think we need to see some degree of reduction in terms of the fiscal expansion, which was implied by those tax cuts. So it may well be the case that that reduction in the basic rate of tax could be pushed forward by a year. Now, that's not a big revenue raiser, but I think that will reduce some of the fiscal impulse from next year, and that will ease some of the burden on the Bank of England. Also, interestingly, there's some debate about some degree of corporation tax hike coming back into the agenda. And of course, that's very difficult when you're trying to drive for growth. So I think that the government are in a really difficult spot here. But I think if there were to be any reductions in terms of that fiscal expansion, which was really driving inflation dynamics through the course of next year, making the job of the Bank of England all more difficult, then that could create conditions which would be constructive. And of course, if Prime Minister Truss were potentially going to be removed or at least taken out of the equation, then I think you could easily see sterling getting back to maybe a 117.5 handle. So there is plenty of scope for a degree of rebound in sterling, but it is very much a function of these rumours, or at least some of this speculation, proving to have some degree of durability.
Again, let's see if there's any follow through whatsoever, though. Jeremy, I think the question I'm trying to ask is that even if they walked it all back, went back to the very beginning where they started, didn't do any of this stuff, would you see any scarring on sterling assets? Would we have to have an additional risk premium baked in?
Yes, I think that's undoubtedly true. As we all know, that once you lose credibility in any way, shape or form, whether it be markets, whether it be relationships, it takes a long time to rebuild credibility and rebuild confidence. So I think the confidence in UK PLC as a major G7 trading nation has been materially undermined by the events of the course of the last 2 to 3 weeks. Official institutions have obviously been compromised, whether it be the UK Civil Service, whether it be the Office for Budget Responsibility. So I think it would take some considerable time for UK assets to move back to absolute valuation levels. And I think there will still be a degree of credibility discount being put in place in terms of UK assets over the course of the next few weeks and months, even if all of these fiscal events and the political risks are compromised from what we've seen over the course of the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Jeremy, it seems like the crisis is now over in the United Kingdom. That's tongue-in-cheek if anyone pushes back and says that's absolutely not the case. We can move on to the next crisis.
Right.
All right, so I'm looking right now at the yen, and we've been looking at it approach the weakest levels going back to 1998. It hit that yesterday. What vulnerability?
All right, we'll mute this now. Hopefully they move into the CPI here. I'm guessing they're going to move into it here in the next few minutes, and maybe we get some live coverage of what that looks like. And yeah, we'll begin to kind of break things down, guys. So let's see here. What do the New York Times have? September inflation report. What do we got? New data likely to show stubbornly rising U.S. prices. Consumer prices are projected to have climbed 8.1%. This is the projection in a year through September, down from the previous month, but still far higher than the Federal Reserve would like. So that's a projection we're seeing quite a bit, 8.1%. I've seen 7.9. Inflation is expected to remain high, but it may offer some glimmers of hope as it's slowly coming down. I mean, here's the thing: we don't need much just to have, kind of a feather in the cap. I mean, it wouldn't take much here. Investors await a pivotal inflation report with all eyes on the Fed. I don't think there's any doubt they're going to continue to raise rates too. I'm seeing people, maybe they dial it back, and I just don't see it. I mean, there's just no other option right now. There's no other option, right? Retirees are expected to get the biggest Social Security cost of living increase in decades. Everything you need to know about Social Security's cost of living. So we shall see here. So that's what the New York Times is saying. What else we got here? Let's see. Bloomberg. We're going to get an ad from them. Let's see. This is our home site right here. Should be. But for those of you checking in and wondering what CPI is, here you go. This is a good just kind of refresher. A measure of the average change over time in the prices paid by urban consumers for a market basket of consumer goods and services, how much things cost, right? Indexes are available for the U.S. and various geographic areas. Average price data for select utilities, automotive fuel, and food items are also available. So we've got food and energy, all items not food and energy. So if we remember back in August, the consumer price index for all urban consumers increased by 0.1%, guys, seasonably adjusted, and rose 8.3% over the last 12 months, not seasonally adjusted. The index for all items less food and energy increased 0.6%, up 6.3% over the year as well. So let's go here. Good morning, almost cousin. What's up, Alan? How we doing, man? All right, let's see if Bloomberg's actually talking about. Now they're on a commercial. I think when they come back, they're going to have to be talking about CPI here, I would imagine. So we'll break it down here. Harris says 7.5%. That would be nice. Only option is to cut spending and get economy rolling. Stop printing paper money. 100%, dude. I mean, it is the only option. It is the only option.
This is Bloomberg.
They're going to another commercial. All right, we will await them to come back. Okay, wait, maybe they are back. All right. Let's see what's happening here with Bitcoin and company here. Let's go into Bitcoin and get a little bit of a closer look here. What's going on with Bitcoin as we await the official numbers here. Let's go into the 1 hour here. There's the big sell-off this morning. Right there, you can see it. And I mean, look what's happened to ADA here. Really breaking down here. Look at that. We are bouncing a little bit. Oops, that's not the right chart here. Hold on one sec. Boom. Okay. So our low point, man, we got down to 34 cents. Look at that. We consolidated here for a while at like 40 cents, give or take 41, and then broke down. We could expect to see a 25-cent ADA, guys. That's just an amazing, amazing opportunity. And look, everything's still showing a strong sell across the board for Cardano. So, again, huge opportunities out there. Huge opportunities.
Has been that guy around.
All right, so we should be getting info here very, very soon. Good morning. Good morning. Midterm elections are up. Midterm elections are up. It's going to 7.5% or less. Good morning, Stump Rider. What's happening? What's up, Aaron? What's going on, man? Actually, the best place to be right now is probably Twitter. I love people. Inflation data, CPI released in less than 1 minute. Let's go. People love it. 8:30 Eastern. The clock is ticking. There's a lot of projections right at 8%. We'll see here. Isn't it crazy how we just get everything at the, snap of a finger on Twitter? It's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, I got to get out of Discord. Getting hammered over here. Okay. Breaking U.S. stock index futures rise ahead of CPI data. Dow futures jump 300 points. That's interesting. That could be good. Luckside, man, I'm feeling like there's a lot of opportunities out there, bro. Bitcoin chart's crashing. We might have to zoom in here too. Oh yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go to the 1 minute. Oh, hello. That's the Bitcoin chart. We're at 18.2, guys. I might have to get ready to buy some Bitcoin here. Remember, 17.7 is the yearly low. 17.7 is the yearly low. I'm trying, man. No matter what, I can hopefully give you a smile. Here's the thing. We could smile regardless of what happens here. Even if the markets tank here, it's interesting because it provides us a ton of opportunities. So you can look at it from a couple different ways here. All right, so we'll watch Bitcoin here. This thing is tanking hard. Again, 17.7 is the yearly low. We're at 18.2 right now. So I'm wondering if we're going to go down there and test those lows. All right, here we go.
Mike, as you say, it's off to the races, down and down hard on the S&P 500. We're negative by 1.5% on the S&P. When you push this through the bond market, look at the front end of the yield curve, through 440 on a US 2-year. So that is a new high for the year and a high we have not seen since 2007, up 10 basis points on a session now at the front end of the curve. On 10s up 7 to about 397, breaching through 4% a couple of times over the last couple of weeks, but yields up and away again at the front end seems to be the theme of here. Theme of things right here, at least the wrong kind of upside surprise, and pretty much across the board here on core month on month, which is what Wall Street was looking at. The front page of the newspaper will go with the headline year over year, and let's be honest about it, that is not pretty either.
Especially at a time when people are talking about how you are seeing lower energy prices, you are seeing certain retailers start to discount items. It is not feeding through. How much the fact that we're not getting a flatter yield curve materially, so the fact that you are getting higher yields at the long end as well indicates that perhaps people are rethinking some of these inflationary inputs and how quickly they can roll over, John.
Inflation coming in hot, Mike McKee. Have you got the compositional breakdown yet, Mike? Just the detail of things. What got us here?
Yeah, it is disappointing, John, when you look at it. Of course, gasoline comes in down for the month, down 4.9%, but that wasn't enough to offset some of the big rises. Shelter, which, of course, everybody is pointing to as the big culprit for inflation these days, is up by 0.8, which is 1/10 more than it has been over the past 3 months. There was hope that it might start to moderate. Owner's equivalent rent up.
Yes, 8.2%. That's what we're getting. The expectation was 8.1%, guys. We're coming in at 8.2%. Continue listening to Bloomberg here a little bit. We'll watch the markets and see how they respond. But yeah, playing the long game here, guys, no matter what, this provides us a ton of opportunities, tons across the board, whether it's crypto, stocks. I'm telling you guys, these moments come around. I made a video recently about this. These moments come around once every decade, give or take. Once every decade, we get these opportunities to buy this low. And what usually happens after 11 months historically, or about a year for recessions, is a decade of growth. Keep that in mind. Play the long game here. Have a long game mindset, at least 5 to 10 years, and plan for it. Plan for it, okay? Now let's listen in here and see what they're saying.
The Fed all along is up 1.6%. So a lot of underlying inflation that shows no signs of backing off.
A couple of months ago, Mike, we were talking peak inflation, and perhaps people were talking about the headline getting closer to peak inflation when it comes to the core.
Well, you have to think that it's going to happen in one of these months because the Fed has been tightening and it should start to have an impact. But as the Fed said, with the labor market as tight as it is, companies are still probably adding employees to the extent they are at higher wages, and that means they're passing it along to consumers. Jim Bullard of the St. Louis Fed has said basically it's up to the companies. They feel they have pricing power now, so they're using it. They need to realize that they need to back off or it's going to hurt everybody.
Mike, this was never about the November meeting. The November meeting was 75 almost nailed on. It was about whether in the news conference, this Fed, this chairman could lay the groundwork for a downshift from 75 to 50 to 25. Given the data calendar from now to there, do you think it's going to be very difficult for this chairman to lay the groundwork to do just that?
It's going to be very difficult. They want to get to 4.5%, 4.5 to 4 3/4 by March of next year. They may be forced into doing it earlier. The sequencing was supposed to be something.
All right, we'll mute this, come back to it here. Let's see what people are saying all across the Twitter sphere a little bit here. And we'll see if we can jump into some of the data and see what was the big hitter, if you will. So let's see here. CPI data. We got the percentage. It's 8.2%, guys. For those of you just listening, I know a lot of people just listen in. Maybe they're driving or commuting to work right now. So it's 8.2%. That's the number. So here we go. Inflation data. We can maybe blow this up a little bit. Let's see if we can. Okay. So here we go. All items 8.2%. Energy 19.8%. 19.8 made up a lot of it. Yeah, look at fuel and oil 58.1. Energy services, utility, gas service 33.1. Yeah, you're right, Luxide. There's no doubt. Energy was the killer. No doubt about it. Good morning, Melissa. How we doing? LUNC is pumping? Really? No. Is it really? Is it really? Let's see here. What's Bitcoin doing? All right, Bitcoin's bouncing a little bit. This is the 1 minute view, guys, by the way. Let's look at the LUNC chart. Okay, it's hanging in. I mean, everything had this big red candlestick as soon as the data came out, though. Look at Ethereum real quick. Same thing. Every chart pretty much looks the same. Look at that. Let's look at SHIB. Everything looks exactly the same. Hammer the like button. Yeah. Travis, what's up, man? Travis, congratulations on baby number 2 on the way, man. Congratulations on that, dude. We were talking last night. Travis has been he's been with us for a long time, man. I remember Travis was on this channel when we had, maybe 1,000, 2,000 subs and we were going live. So I appreciate you, man. Hopefully all is well, and good luck with baby number 2 on the way. I know you're doing a lot to try to invest in for the future of yourself and your family. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you were spot on, bro. Spot on. No doubt. Let's see. So again, guys, it's above the 0.1% expected. Market's overreacting as usual. So CPI data coming in at 8.2% for everybody just checking in. I know a lot of people just checking in. They want to get that number. Chris Vale says U.S. CPI data just released has inflation going higher month over month. The 0.75% basis point increase just got cemented for the next interest rate meeting in both Canada and the U.S. I agree. I think we'll see another 0.75 hike. I think they're just going to continue to hammer that number. As Luis says, hammer the like button. I agree. Smash that thing too. That helps us out. But I think that makes the most sense, that we see another 0.75 basis hike. That's kind of what they've been doing based on data that, we've gotten. And basically this is kind of very similar. I mean, this is the kind of data we've been getting. Not a lot of changing happening. Yeah, nothing's pumping right now, Joyce. I mean, we are bouncing back after, that one big dump in the 1 minute candlestick. So things are bouncing. I mean, there's SHIB. Okay. Again, these are 1 minute views, guys. So we are well zoomed in here. Let's see what ADA looks like. So, I mean, everything looks very similar. Look at that. Every chart looks very similar. Let's look at something else. XRP. Similar. Gala. Very similar. Right. Luke says they might need to do 100 basis points raise. That's what we thought last time too. It'll be interesting. I don't think so. I mean, Luke, they certainly could, right? They certainly could, but I think the sentiment will again be a 75 basis point hike. I think that'll be what people expect to see. And if we do see 100 basis points, I do think we'll have another sell-off. But who knows what the Fed are thinking. Got my protein shake, guys. I already had my coffee this morning. So we're shifting gears over to over some Premier Protein. No, they're not a sponsor of the channel, but these things are awesome. Oversold this morning. I agree, Luxide. I mean, these are just great opportunities across the board. I mean, let's see here. Just a quick look at what's going on. Top losers. Still have stepping up here. Chili's is one that I own too. I mean, that's a great price point there on Chili's. I really like the price on Cosmos there, especially a little while ago. It was down even more. ApeCoin at 430, right? I mean, here's Quant. Quant's down 8%, down to 143. This is providing a nice little point here for Quant. But look at the 1 month here for Quant. Quant's been crushing it. I know people are starting to talk about it now. Quant's been killing it. Here, let's go over to the bubbles, actually. What's an idea here of what's going on? I'll tell you what, Chainlink too. This is just an unbelievable price on Chainlink. Down here at $6.48. Chainlink is a household name. It's not going anywhere. Getting this under $7. I may have to make a little play on Chainlink here. Right around 650. I might have to go make a play on this. And I don't have a lot of Link in my portfolio, but this is just a great opportunity. I mean, it's down 17% in the week. 76% now in the year. The yearly low was 577. That was back in June. That's just a great opportunity on Chainlink. And I did not get it down here back in June. That's a household name that's not going anywhere. Quant's down only 51% on the year, really. I mean, that's not bad. How about Sandbox? Sandbox down to 71 cents. Where's Polygon? 72 cents. I loaded up on Polygon at around 50 cents, 55 cents. ADA, again, setting yearly lows now, guys. The yearly low was 39 cents, but we have dipped hard with ADA. What's SHIB? SHIB's low's at 507. I don't know if we're going to see that 507 again. If Bitcoin sets new lows, we will. But again, back in June, this is when pretty much everything was setting new lows. Interestingly enough, this was the price point of SHIB back in 2021. Was that 506 level, 507 level? There's no doubt this is the time to buy. John Carlos, thanks driving, good information. Yeah, a lot of people reach out to me, say they're driving, they listen to this as almost like a podcast, if you will. That's cool. I appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the support. Justin's in the house. What's up, my man? Justin's one of our mods in our private community. My man is he's pretty good on camera too. I've only seen him one time on camera, and this dude, he should have a YouTube channel. I'm telling you, Justin, you could do it, man. Let me know if you want my help and setting it up and giving you all the tips, man. You can have a channel. John Lawrence, good morning, man. Thanks for the CPI update. You got it, man. We'll keep tabs on it here too. I just want to kind of look at some of these prices and some of the opportunities out there. Yeah, Quant has been an interesting one, Octavio. Don't be optimistic, rather be pessimistic. No. Absolutely not. I'm a glass half full kind of guy, man. We need to completely kill fiat and fully convert to crypto by 2024. See, I don't think so, Kevin. I personally disagree with that. I don't think fiat is ever going to be killed. In fact, we should be spending fiat because fiat is losing value due to these circumstances that we're in right now called inflation, right? Like keeping money in a bank account, you're actually losing money. Like crypto should just be an alternative asset class. Some crypto should be used for payment. Some crypto should be used to buy and store value. I think there are different ways to utilize crypto, but cash is still cash. And it doesn't mean we can't have crypto alongside it, right? And I think it depends on different countries that you're in too. Like if you're in developing countries like El Salvador, for example, the way they utilize Bitcoin in El Salvador should be and is different than the way people in a developed country like the United States looks at Bitcoin. It's different. The issue I have is what crypto I'm going to buy. I know, Alan. It's I know, bro. I hear you. Missed my coffee time this morning. I already had my 2 cups, Kurt. Now I'm on to my protein shake and then just water all day, every day. Picking up some more Crow. Oh, that's a good point. Where is Crow? Let's see. Yeah, Crow's down here, guys. Ooh, that's a good price point there. Crow's down less than 10 cents right now. That's a great opportunity. Are things beginning to fall again here? Crow is, at least. Yeah, Bitcoin is too. I agree with Luke here. Yeah, inflation's not going anywhere anytime soon. 100%. Continue to DCA, pick your spots. And here's the thing, if you don't time the market perfect, it's okay. If you're not timing it perfectly, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up because you bought Cardano at 38 cents and then it went to 36 cents. That's okay. In the long run, you're still buying the dip. Okay. Cardano's still very much undervalued at 38 cents opposed to 36 cents, right? So yeah, dollar cost averaging is the way to go, but don't kill yourself over timing the bottom perfectly, because then you end up missing out on opportunities. At least that's what I've found. At least that's my opinion there. Trucker Trash 34, thanks for becoming a new member, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for your support. Looks like Daddy's going shopping. Yeah, man. For sure. Historical cryptos prices will drop. First time crypto market experiencing a bad CPI. It's a very good point. It's a very good point. Okay, Fed funds future, travel and food. This is great insight. Thank you. Fed funds future now indicating a 92% probability of a 75 basis point hike on November 2nd. Yeah, I concur. I concur. This the time to buy now. Yep. Luis, you got it, bro. Damn, Axie from 156 to 10. Yeah, how about that? Axie Infinity, man. That run up last year though was insane. It's down to $10.52. That's crazy. That run up though it had last year was crazy, man. That run up, look at that. Starting down here at $4 in June. Okay. Actually, even look less than that. $3.70, we'll call it, in late June, all the way to $160 in November. I mean, what a run that was for Axie. That was insane. I agree, Kurt. I've been looking at some of the OGs too, man. Cosmos and Link. I picked up more Cosmos, and I used to own Link. I made a little profit on it last year. I got out, but now's the time I think I'm going to get back into Link. I've been waiting patiently, and now look at Link. Litecoin's an OG too, but I just don't see anything happening with Litecoin. They're just not building anything. But Chainlink at 650 down here, man. I might have to go get some right now. Let's see. I like to get some OG cryptos down here, especially during these days where everything's falling. Some of the OG cryptos that I don't have a lot of, like Polkadot. I'd like to get my cost down on Polkadot. I'm a little upside down there. Look at that. Polkadot's 583, 580. These are just unbelievable sales here. Lance says, I'm stuck at work now. My job's starting to cost me money. I hear you, bro. That's why I quit my job, Lance. I was losing money going to the JOB. You ever end up checking out Okonami? Luxide, I've heard you talk about it, and I know there's some rumors that it's tied to SHIB, but I haven't covered it yet on the channel. Has it been crushing it? I know you always cover it though, bro. You're probably heavily invested in it too, right? How much do you own, Luxide, if you're willing to share? Okonami. Let me see if I can find it. This must be it, right? Okonami. Is this it? No, that's not it. This one it? Yeah, I think this one's it. Dude, it's been on a tear, huh? Interesting. Okonami. Market cap of 8.52 million. Dude, you were telling me about this one back in Vegas. When were we in Vegas? Luckside, you were telling me about this in Vegas. Good morning, Ada is the future. I added as low as 37 cents to my bag. Let's go. Yep. I like it. Sandbox and Gala will go up in 2023. I think there will be a big run up for metaverse and gaming plays. You got it, Luis. Joshua, I think they're doing a lot, man. I mean, it's been, for Luna Classic right now, it's three big things. It's burning tokens. It's bringing developers in to build on top of Luna Classic, right? And finding more use case and utility. And then also finding out if it's, what the community wants to do in terms of repegging USTC. I did not buy any Porsche stocks, no. CPI numbers were 8.2%, guys. Here, actually, let me add, disregard that. I'm going to put it in here. CPI data. I'm just going to drop this down here so it just stays there and we can have it right there. Boom. There we go. That way, as people come in, they can see exactly what's happened here. If they just want the number. I'm with you, Zach. Your explanation is perfect. In terms of just the market and kind of opportunities, Coleman, I mean, that's just the way I look at it, man. It's optimistic, got you thinking 7.9 when you should have known 8.1% pessimist. All right, Ballin V. I'm not sure what you're trying to do here, man. I'm not, what do you want me to do? Like, life sucks. You want me to make a whole live stream about how life sucks and inflation's terrible? Nobody wants me to hear. No, nobody wants to hear that. What was the CPI numbers? Where do I look at it? It's 8.2%. Lazaro, thanks for the super chat, man. Time to buy. Millionaires are made now. 100%, bro. 100%. Millionaires are made most often in recessions. It's a fact. Fact. It's the best opportunities. It's a great time to start a business as well. It is. Less people are trying things. Less people are taking risks. Did you know that Airbnb and Uber, two huge companies, were both created in a recession? Both created in a recession. I'm way behind on chat, by the way, guys. Sorry about that. Let me catch up here a little bit. Appreciate you, Trucker Trash 34. Right on, brother. Time for price reductions. Yeah. I've got 2 million right now. Oof, you got 2 million of Okonami? I'm giving them some love here. They've been on screen for a minute, bro. All right, let's see what they're saying over at Bloomberg, guys.
So we actually have the lowest deficits now than we've had in years, in terms of both monthly and annual basis. So one of the ironies of having higher inflation is that we won't have to issue quite as much debt in order to make up for make up for government spending, which is a little bit ironic.
Well, given the rate outlook, certainly it would be very expensive and punitive for the U.S. to be borrowing at this point. I'm looking definitely on the front end. People are starting to price in the likelihood of at least a 4.5% terminal rate for some sustained period of time from the Federal Reserve.
There you go.
On the long end, I find this interesting. Also selling off with 10-year yields hitting the highest since 2008, decidedly crossing that 4% threshold at a time when people are questioning whether we're going back to a low rate regime. This is over the next decade. What's your view and how has that changed, Ira, based on how people are responding to this news, that over the long term, this could indicate that it'll be harder to get inflation under control, harder to get rates back to where they have been over the past few decades?
Well, keep in mind, we are still lower than the past few decades. If you go back to the early 2000s, we had, 10-year yields were 5-6%. So, still in the historical context from the last half century, interest rates are still on the relatively low side. It's just not as low as they have been, obviously, the last 10 or 12 years. I think that the longer end of the yield curve, we will ultimately see interest rates below 3% at some point. I don't think we're going back necessarily to a zero handle on front end interest rates, at least anytime in probably in the rest of my career. But we will probably see the long end rally at some point as we do price in for the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. Keep in mind, like the higher the higher inflation goes, the higher likelihood we have of a very hard landing. And because the Federal Reserve will have to crimp down on demand by increasing interest rates, continuing its quantitative tightening programs. And that just means that we're going to have a harder landing later. And that means at some point, I think the long end of the yield curve will be pretty attractive. And I do think actually in the fourth quarter of this year, we will see the peak in yields, whether it's at 4.25% or right where we are today. It's still obviously a matter of debate. I thought it would be closer to where we are right now.
Yeah, I love HBAR, by the way. I'm seeing Forrest comment there. Those are some good assets you got there, Fora. DOT, ADA, Ethereum name service. I did a little swing trade thanks to my guy Daniel in our Discord. Put me on Ethereum name service earlier this year. Made a nice little pretty penny on a swing trade there with ENS. It's pretty volatile. VeChain is one of my long-term holds. I like VET. I'm looking at Link very closely today. I'm looking at getting some Link today. Where is Link here? Hold on one sec. Let me bounce back in here. I want to keep tabs on Link because let's see here. I definitely need to add some. I had some at one point. It's bouncing up a little bit now, 657. I should have bought it already. I think it's going to go back down. What do you guys think? Do I pull the trigger now on Link or what? Let me know what you think in the comments.
We'll hear more of that. The Fed is going to emphasize the length of time they keep the Fed funds rate at its terminal point rather than where that terminal point is.
We were expected 8.1. We got 8.2, Sam.
Hard to really put a figure on exactly where they need to go, how high they need to go. Their estimate has been that it would be about 4.5% to 4.75%. Some say 5%, but in that range. And does this really change that as much as people might think, since the Fed knew this would be
S&P getting crushed,
report, and it's going to take time for inflation to come down. So Wall Street will debate this idea of raising the terminal rate, but for the Fed, it's going to be more a question of how long they keep the terminal rate up before they start cutting. And I know, Lisa, if you take a look at the WIRP function on the Bloomberg, something very interesting has happened. Iris says you got to start pricing out the idea of a rate cut. It's still there just slightly, but now the market is pricing in a rate cut at a rate increase, another rate increase at the end of 2023. So there's some confusion in the markets about what the Fed is going to do at this point. And of course, Fed fund futures lightly traded, but it's an interesting change in the perspective of those who are trying to bet on where the Fed will be a year from now.
Mike, I was reading through the minutes yesterday of the previous FOMC meeting, and it was notable that there was a slight nod to the rest of the world, to this question of some turmoil and how that will rebound back on the U.S. economy and cause issues domestically. How much is that gaining traction at a time where I'm seeing the euro once again fall versus the dollar, 96.68, dollar strength pervasive in the face of persistent inflation?
Well, it's obviously a major topic of conversation around here. The Australian treasurer says he's going to bring up to Jay Powell, watch what you're doing to the rest of us in the world. But most of the central bankers I've spoken with say they understand that the Fed has a domestic mandate, as do they, and they can't do a whole lot about it. They just have to let it go. And so the Fed is going to take this into consideration. One thing they have to take into consideration is how much this global tightens policy, tightens credit in the United States. So they may not have to do as much as they think if everybody goes up. But at this point, they know they're doing it. They know the rest of the world is tightening, but everybody has to do their own thing.
Michael McKee, thank you so much. As always, right now we're seeing the sell-off continue to accelerate into the open. Right now we're looking at the NASDAQ down near 3%, the S&P down about 2%, dollar strength, yields higher, bond prices lower, the 2-year yield hitting 4.5%, on the 10-year solidly north of 4%, the highest levels going back to 2008. CPI coming in hotter than expected with core levels at the highest going back to 1982 on a day where people are looking to the Fed to understand exactly how this will be dealt with. Coming up, we'll hear from Kristalina Georgieva of the IMF. This is Bloomberg.
All right, we'll try to listen into a little bit of that when that comes back. But geez, whew, things are rough. Things are rough. But again, I'm trying to look at it from an angle of 5-10 years from now, guys. I mean, so many opportunities, whether it's crypto, stocks. I mean, it's just the opportunities are endless here. Again, so many people have said it in this chat already this morning. It's, which direction do I want to go? What do I want to buy? I mean, that's the issue we have right now. Uniswap is up 4.3%. Really? Let's see here. That's interesting. Uni. It is up a little bit, huh? It's up 5% in the last hour. Yeah. So it's bouncing. I got down to 357 back in June. How about that? Jason, would you just get 1,000 of? Thanks for the crypto information. You bet, Mike. Thanks for being here, man. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. That really helps us out. We're getting close to 100K subscribers. That's a big number. I swear I just look at that number a lot more right now. I'm like, it's a big thing. The YouTubers get like a little silver plaque. So I've got a little spot for it. I'll put it underneath that Bitcoin sign maybe. So it's going to be exciting, man. We're knocking on the door. It's been a wild journey. So I just want to say thank you to everybody out there who's rocked with me since day one, or if you just stopped by and found the channel. Thank you so much. I'm here every single day trying to do my best, and we're learning along the way. I never, ever say I've got it all figured out. Listen to me. I'm always right. That's not my style. We're learning together, man. We're navigating these waters every single day. Things are changing, and things are going to change a lot in crypto from now until, let's say, 2025 and 2030. And we're here for it, man. We're here for it. We're going to learn these markets together. We're going to have success together. We're going to celebrate together. I want to have one day a huge, huge party somewhere, and all of us get together and think back on these days in 2022 and how many opportunities there were, and how much we took advantage of those opportunities. And then we're living a life that's amazing, right? And we're helping out our families, helping out our friends, our loved ones. Our lives are going to completely change. I firmly believe that, because we're all focused on a sector right now and a market in crypto that's so new. I mean, consider ourselves lucky. We're all here in this chat, part of the 5% of the world that actually sees cryptocurrency as the future. Many more people will get there. They're just not there yet. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate people, bring people in. We all play a role in it too. We all play a role. So tell your friends, tell your family, hey, educate yourself on crypto. There's something here. There's something here. Let's see. Bought a few last night. It's okay. So did I. It might have been yesterday. So did I. I dollar cost average a little bit because we didn't know what the CPI data that we were going to get come in. But that's okay. We dollar cost average. It's okay. Again, don't get caught up in timing the market perfectly. I remember somebody said it's somebody was talking about HBAR. They got listed on Coinbase. Is that right? That's big. I do own about I think I own about 15,000 HBAR, something like that. So I've got a little position in HBAR. It's probably down to a nice price now. Where is HBAR? There, let's see. Okay, we're still hanging in there, actually. HBAR's still hanging in. We're down 7% in the day, but still up 5% on the week because of that Coinbase listing. So all in all, we're not doing too bad there with HBAR. I really like HBAR, and that's about my entry point, is about 6 cents. Party like it's 1982. Oh, sorry, voice texting. Nutsack, what'd you say up there, man? Nutsack, good to see you, bro. Might see the yearly low today once the stock market goes live. Yeah, we could, Luke. It's been that kind of story, huh? Setting a lot of yearly lows these days. For sure. Let's see here. With CPI and other data out and the market's going lower, my target is 3,000 to 3,300 for SPY. Not financial advice. I find myself smiling seeing futures down approaching 2%. Yeah, it'll be interesting once we open up here. Here's an article. Futures fall after hot consumer prices data. Yeah, this will be interesting to watch. I've got my fun account in my Robinhood. Just I always play with it a little bit. I trade a lot out of it. Let me see what some things look like here. I love Robinhood's platform. People say what you want, but back down. Are we back down again? 18.3. There's Bitcoin on the 1 minute. Big sell off, and then we're kind of consolidating here. There's Bitcoin. Leash 293. Yeah, Travis, you were probably subscriber number 6 or something, man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate everybody. DCA. I like ApeCoin. I do. I've got some. Got a long-term bag. My strike price right now is like around $6, $6.20 or something. So I'm a little upside down, JP, but I haven't been able to add to it. It's at a good price point right now. It is, but there's just so many different opportunities, man. I'm looking at springtime turn. Definitely more pain to come. I hear you, bro. Fortress, there's a few that I was looking at this morning here. Let me show you. This is what I tweeted out early this morning. These are just a few that I was looking at in particular. Shib, Ada, Gala, and Atom. Cosmos. Algorand, too. Where is Algorand? I love Algorand long-term, guys. Love me some algos. We're down sub 30. We probably even dipped to 28. Yeah, we did. Okay. But even here, Algorand sub 30 cents, guys, big time opportunity. Not financial advice. I'm just going to say big time opportunity. In my opinion. I've loaded up a ton of Algorand, man. I've started that engine here in 2022, no doubt. Travis says he's buying more Ape today. Forrest says not touching anything until the stock market opens up. We ain't seen nothing yet. It's a good point. It's a good point. Crow and Gala love them both, Zay. Long term. Dojal on Mars. I'm still holding some. But like everything else, man, it's going through a rough patch. Opinions on XRP. You think they'll win the lawsuit versus the SEC? That's the big question, man. Things are looking in the right direction for sure for XRP, right? Things are looking strong. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO, recently said that by middle of next year, we'll have a decision one way or another. So this thing has been drawn out way too long already, right? But we've gotten a lot of good news recently. So I think XRP has a good of a chance to beat the SEC than anybody else. Ripple, the company behind XRP, they are going to spend upwards to $100 million in legal costs. That's insane. I like VeChain too, Tyler. Yeah, absolute prime ISO. Yeah, exactly. So my ISOs here. Let me pull this up. Actually, hold on one sec. I'll pull up my holdings here for everybody. Guys, if you're just checking in, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. Inflation's in, guys, 8.2%. If you're just popping in here. There we go. There. Now you can see that number. So here you go. This is what I own in the top 100. So we've got some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, Cardano, BNB. I've got a nice position working there. How low did BNB get, by the way? I'm curious now. Are we down to like 260? There it is. 260 on the nose. Called it. I like it, man. 260 is a great price here on BNB too. Think about this. Back in June, BNB got below 200. Didn't it? Yeah, 196. What a freaking spot that is to get into BNB, man. Whew. That's the third biggest crypto. I don't count stables. I mean, BNB is it right after Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, it ain't even close. I mean, BNB's got a huge lead on XRP. Now, some would say XRP can quickly close that gap once they get past. But yeah, Justin, I knew you would like that. I did move up Matic. Matic is now number 8 on the list. So this is my overall holdings, guys. So Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, BNB, SHIB, top 5. And then 6 to 10, we've got Crow, Gala, Matic, Algorand, and VeChain. I've also moved up XRP. So 11 to 15, we've got XRP. So we could see some of the ISO plays. Cardano's rumored to be one, right? But some of the ISO 22 plays, I've got a lot of them up here. I've got Algorand, I've got XRP, I've got HBAR. HBAR is now a top 15 holding of mine. AVAX is in there, Polkadot, Solana. Again, diversify out, man. Diversify that portfolio and get different sectors of the market. Get some metaverse plays, get some gaming plays, get some smart contract plays, get some store of value, get some utility tokens. Have some fun with this, building this portfolio out. Look at different sectors. So then we've got some metaverse plays back to back right here. Ape and Sand. 16 and 17. Those are my metaverse plays. Because again, I'm not doing anything crazy here. I mean, come over to metaverse. ApeCoin. Ooh, look at ICP's become one of the top metaverse plays. That must just be because they made an announcement about a metaverse or something. But Decentraland's still a higher market cap than Sandbox, but I don't think that lasts. I think Sandbox is gaining ground quickly on Decentraland, in my opinion, when the metaverse comes in. But ApeCoin's still top dog there. So I've got ApeCoin and Sand. I've also got Mana in here too. There's Mana. So, I mean, I've got my metaverse collection. Whoops. Even Theta. So Theta's on the metaverse right there. Engine. I've got some Engine too. Zilliqa. So I've got some metaverse plays. So here's Quant. Quant's sitting at number 22. I want to strengthen that position here over time. We've got Phantom still. Phantom's been a brutal one, but I still believe in it. Zilliqa. I think it's a big sleeper. Engine, as I mentioned. We got Chili's, Luna Classics in there. And I've got Elron. And then I most recently added Cosmos, Atom. So I need to get more Cosmos now that it's dipped down to like 10 something. Where is Cosmos now? 10. Oh, it's coming up pretty quickly from its basement. Well, not too bad. Not too much. 1066 was the low here in the day. So that's what I own right now in the top 100. Atom, Elron, Luna Classic, Chili's, Engine, Zilliqa, Phantom, Quant, Theta, Mana, XLM too. I've got Stellar. That's another, it's another ISO play. Uniswap's in there for the DEX. So I've got a nice little mix, man. And again, these are just top 100 plays. Top 100. And I know Gala's not technically in the top 100 right now. It's fallen out, but I'm still keeping it there because that's how much conviction I have in Gala. It's ranked 110. It'll be back. It'll be back. So that's what I've got in the top 100. And I've got a ton of different small cap plays too. Ton of small caps that I'm holding on to. So if we go back here, man, Okonami is just... So my guy Luckside talks about Okonami. That's why we were looking at it here. It's been crushing it, man. Insane. There's rumors that the SHIB devs here are attached. I don't know for sure though. Luckside's the guy. And if you want to check out Luckside's channel, by the way, he's getting very close to being monetized. Good friend of mine. I'm working with Luckside over on the Clear Cryptos channel. He's got 1.52K subs now. He's crushing it, man. Creating content every single day. So make sure you guys check him out. I'm going to drop his channel down below. Give him a sub. Watch some of his content. He's got a great setup. And he's getting super, super close to those 40,000 watch hours. I believe that's what you need to get monetized. He's already got the 1K subs. Luckside, there you are. How close are you, bro? Yeah, inflation's at 8.2%. There it is, CPI data. How close are you, man? How do you get your favorite list? I haven't been on Dex Tools in a while. This is weird. Where's my favorite list? Isn't there like a little tab where I can click favorites or something? Where's that little button? I'm like not seeing it. Where's my little... I had my favorite lists. I don't know where the heck it went. Oh, Luxide says he's approved for monetization yesterday. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Love it, dude. Love it. You're in, man. Now the fun starts, dude. Now you just, man, that's awesome. I'm happy for you, bro. You're crushing it, dude. You're crushing it. You're putting the time in, you're putting the work in, man. That's what it's all about. I see you, man. I see you grinding every single day. People think this YouTube thing's easy, man. It's not. It's not easy. But I've seen some Volt Army in the chat. Let's check out Volt for the people. Volt. There's Volt. Market cap still up there, 34 mil. Everything's been hit hard, but, you know, we're going to bounce back. We're going to bounce back. There's some really good small cap plays. I'll wag me. WAGMI sitting at a $7.25 million market cap. These are some of my favorites that I still hold, by the way. Apollo, still at $8.58 million market cap. Things are down, but I mean, these are small caps that I like. Let's think here. What else do I like? Small caps. I just pulled up Volt. Yeah. I have to look in my portfolio here. You know what? Let me check out Everrise. Really isn't small cap, but $20 million. Rise has been hit hard, but man, I think this is such a great project still. These are the type of projects that I think will bounce back. I seen Devour D pays out. Yeah. I actually was just talking to one of their CEOs and just kind of checking in and seeing how they're doing. So Squid Grow, I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. Luke says, can't wait for Clear Cryptos to launch and for Shibarium. Imagine the burns at these prices, man. So bullish on crypto. Yeah, Shibarium's coming. I'm pumped for Clear Cryptos too, bro. Can't wait. Can't wait, man. Super excited. So they actually had their audit come out. Go over to Clear's YouTube, or actually their Twitter page, closing in on 21K too. But they're doing a 50K giveaway, by the way. If you guys want to hop into their Discord, check out their link tree, get in their Discord. Once they hit 5,000 members, they're doing a 50K giveaway. Yes, 50,000. Haven't launched yet. They're launching all these videos, of course, every single day for you on YouTube. I'm part of that. Luxide's part of that. But they got the Certic audit complete. It's at 80 now, but of course, this will be improved upon over time, which is still a pretty good score. It's a higher score than a lot of different cryptos out there already, like top names too in the DeFi space. They've got the Certic KYC badge implemented. The Skynet's there. They've got 10 people on their team that have been that were part of the audit that had to do a deep KYC. So I'm pumped, man. I've been able to see some of the things on the backside of what they're working on with the trading platform. Looks sweet. I mean, I can't wait to use it and become a much, much more efficient and better trader. It's going to be very, very fun. Happy to be a part of it with such a great group too. SHIB 2023 should be a great year for SHIB. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be heading in and get Shibarium. We're going to be heading in and getting the metaverse. I like VVS Finance too. I like VVS. I love Kronos. I love the whole ecosystem. Somebody asked if we can look at last 3 CPI months. Should be able to get it here. I wonder if there's a spot where they can. There's definitely probably a spot where they just list them. See if we can find it. This is the whole consumer price index for September. They might have the last 3 months in here. Here we go. So all items other than food and energy is that red line, and then all items with food and energy. So there you go. I mean, it did peak in June, right? We're slowly coming down, but you know, we want to come down a little bit quicker. But yeah, that blue line shows us. So they go through every sector. Energy index declined 2.1% in September after falling 5% in August. Gasoline fell 4.9% over the month, following a 10.6% decrease in August. I don't know if they have a. This is a. Oh, here we go. What's this? No. But yeah, this is our best. This is our best viewpoint right here in terms of looking at CPI numbers right there. That chart right there. That's our month over month. Luke says, hopefully inflation peaked, and if so, it's the best time to invest. I agree, and I think it has. I think we're just going to see these slow and gradual decreases to inflation. It's hard to kind of make a big dent into this right now because inflation has gotten so bad, right? We topped out back here in June at over 9%. Look at that. Germany just hit 10%. I was reading that this morning. Germany just hit 10%. All right, let's see what they're chatting about a little bit more on Bloomberg before we wrap it up. Thank you all so much for popping in here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe down below. I'm here every single day. I'm going to have a ton of videos coming out after this as well. But let's listen in for a little bit longer, see what they have to say, see what we can learn here.
Point, John, in terms of the functioning of the markets, essentially, if the Fed is going to go 75 basis points in November, if they're going to go maybe 75 basis points in December, 50 to 75 in December, and they're going to get up to that 4.75% rate very quickly and maybe go higher, it is a question about a little bit of a pig through the python. These are a lot of rate hikes that are going through the markets over the past few months and going forward. It's going to take a toll at some point. It's always hard to figure out what's going to break or when that might actually happen, or even if that might actually happen. But the more the Fed does this at an accelerated pace, not only does it risk a recession in the future, but it does risk some type of liquidity breakdown at some point. And that's something that is just going to be an added risk premium.
Hold up. Aren't we already in a recession? What the hell is going on with this? Drop in the chat your thoughts on this. I'm confused. All right, never mind. We're going to break. But I mean, it's the risk of a recession in the future. We've already had 2 negative declining quarters in GDP growth. That's the definition of a recession, right? I don't know. Nonetheless, we've got opportunities out there everywhere, guys. Take time, take a look at your portfolio, plan for the next 10 years. Opportunities like this do not present themselves a lot. This is a great opportunity across the board for all of us. Know that. Look at the glass half full. I know it's difficult right now, but we're going to look back 2025, 2030 and be happy that we're making the moves we are now. There's no question. All right. And Justin's dropped our Patreon. Appreciate that, Justin. If you want to jump into our private community, the link's down below. Check out all the links down there, guys. I'm here every single day for you. And we've also got a new podcast that we're starting. So let me just pitch that real quick here, because I did not talk about it at all during this live stream because I forgot. But we've got Your Freedom 365. We've got a YouTube channel. It's at Your Freedom 365. I'm going to drop this down in chat if you guys want to come over and join us. This is a podcast, and I'm starting with my friend Austin Hilton. We're talking about all things financial freedom, how to start businesses, the ups and downs, the failures, the successes. And we're going to have some great guests on as well. We've got a YouTube channel out. We'll soon be available on all the platforms where you get your podcasts as well. These are longer form content videos, 56 minutes here, 34 minutes. Our episode number 3 just came out yesterday. So come on over, check us out over there. And yeah, we will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe on your way out. Have a fantastic day and keep your eyes on the markets. A lot of opportunities are out there. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you.